Si, aka Mr. Delivery Guy, back with another video, and this is basically equipment that you'll pretty much need if you're riding a bike. I try to gather as much of the items as I personally use, but these are the most essential ones I would recommend. So getting straight into it, a helmet. You're gonna need a helmet. I know it probably looks a bit slapdash. I know it's, you know, not the most comfortable thing to wear, but the positives, protecting your head. If you go flying off your bike and you hit your head on the floor, you're gonna, you know, F yourself up for a long time, if not worse. So many benefits to this. Of course, protecting your head, aerodynamics, so, you know, not too bad in that sense. Also keeps your head a bit warmer. And yeah, you know, I will definitely never take the risk. So definitely, you know, helmet definitely is a must. And then a kind of under helmet cap to keep your head and ears warm is vital, because when you're cycling up against the wind, you're gonna have to keep your ears warm, your forehead warm. Also prevents headaches, because when you're cycling against the wind, you know, your head carries 50% of your body heat. So, you know, a head cap is, I cannot say how important that is. To them two are like so essential. Then these kind of, they've got a layering inside. These are kind of wind waterproof protective socks. These are pretty new, I've recently bought them. They are £15 on eBay. I would certainly recommend these. You do need to put an underlayer under them though. You need a different pair of socks. You can't just wear these by themselves, because they have this very odd material inside that slips and slides. So you're going to need an additional pair with inside the sock, but then you're good to go. And then next, a pair of, a top, a thermal top. This is just basically a top, nothing much more to it, but it's thermal. It's going to keep you really warm, you know, in them colder seasonal months. So if you put this under your kind of cycling jacket, doing your Uber or Stuart or Deliveroo or all of them apps, you'll be good to go. And then next, some thermal kind of jogging bottoms. They're the same as the top. Just put them under whatever you're wearing. And then if it rains, you're gonna need waterproof, I can't really undo them, but they're just basically waterproof, you know, jogging bottoms, but to put over your, you can put these under if it's really cold and raining, or just, you know, just the waterproof kind of trousers as it is. And then next, this is the hidden gem, and it's not the deodorant. Deodorant we know, of course, deodorant, but knee pads. I think they're knee pads, or they're knee kind of, all they do is kind of, you know, hug your knee. And when you're riding a bike or a bicycle, electric bike, bicycle, if you want to look, you need to look after your knees, because you know, when you're cycling, your knee is basically, is taking all the pressure. And if you have these kneecaps on, these elastic kneecaps, you're going to prevent injury in the future. It's going to pay dividends. May seem a bit, you know, OTT at the moment, but it's also going to strengthen your knees, so it's easier to cycle longer and harder. And it's just all in all, just a perfect thing to use when doing, you know, deliveries on a bicycle or e-bike, because if you protect your knees, boy oh boy, they will protect you in the future. And then a pump. I have chosen this pump as it's really easy. Very important that I haven't just gone for a standard pump. In this line of business, when you're doing deliveries on a bicycle or an e-bike, you need a pump that can get the PSI level up to that maximum number. Mine really goes up to 7 or 8, the kind of maximum pressure. And you want that maximum pressure because you want to be able to cycle longer and, you know, make your journeys easier. You'll just glide over the street when your tyres are pumped to a good strong level, and you can't really get that from a hand pump. Or even if you do pump it up enough, your arms are going to be aching. And this, you know, you put it on the floor, you stand on this side, you put your foot on top, and you can really pump this up to the recommended level. So definitely invest in a proper, you know, floor pump for your bike. This one fortunately has two kind of nozzles at the end, so you can easily just attach it, click it on, click it off, and get pumping. And then gloves, fingerless gloves. These aren't any special brand, but they definitely paid dividends. Port waist, is that Instalex? Yeah, I didn't really check the brand or the name when buying them. I just purchased any pair, and yeah, they've kept my hands warm. And then a beard trimmer. I would say definitely trim your mush if you've got a mush, because you know we've got to put face masks on and it can get really uncomfortable when sweaty beneath the mask. So it's good to keep a trimmed mush. And then a power bank. Of course, you know your phone's going to run out of battery within hours with these multiple apps on, calling customers, listening to podcasts, music. So you're definitely going to need a battery pack. I'd say bare minimum start with 10,000 milliamp. These were costly back in the day, the Anker ones, but right now they're going down in price really. So definitely start bare bones at 10,000, but I would suggest 15,000 to 20,000. So that's all this kind of stuff I could think of that will help you on your journey and make your job easy as possible. So if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, stay tuned for more, and yeah, hopefully I'll roll out some more Uber delivery videos, especially during the summer. It's going to be amazing. So peace.